This is one whole candy bar, right? So my mom, she doesn't let me eat too much candy because says she don't want my teeth to fall out. So every day she gives me one candy bar and I can't have any more than one candy bar. So on Monday I had this one whole candy bar. It was delicious and I told you about it at school the next day. Like, oh, my mom let me have this whole candy bar, a whole Butterfinger all to myself. It was amazing. Okay? The next day my mom gives me another whole candy bar. But since you heard about it, you were like, hold up. Let me get some of that candy bar. So I said, since we're friends, we can share this candy bar. How can we share it fairly? Can you fold it to show me how we could share it fairly? And then open it up. And I want you to take this marker and I want you to draw a line on the fold. Okay, now it's one whole candy bar, but are you gonna get one whole candy bar?
No.
How much are you gonna get?
1/2.
Do you know how to write 1/2 as a fraction? Which of the fraction bar am I getting?
You're getting 1/4.
How much are you getting?
1/4.
How about Kelsey and her sister? How many fourths would they get together?
2/4.
2/4. What about all the kids? How many fourths would the kids get versus me? I'm an adult.
3/4.
3/4, right? Do you notice anything similar about 1/2 and fourths? What do you notice?
That they're written the same and they both have a 1 in it.
Because it's one piece, right? What else do you notice about the size of the candy bars? So here's the half of a candy bar. What do you notice about here? Oh. What do you notice about
They're both halves.
They're both halves. How many fourths make half?
A half would be 2.
2 what?
2/4.
2/4. That's weird because in whole numbers, 2 is half of 4. Isn't that a little bit tricky? But the more times I cut my candy bar, the smaller the pieces are going to get, okay? All right, so we were talking about a unit fraction is one piece out of some equal parts, right? So then you were probably wondering, well, what is it like if it's not a unit fraction, right? So if you gave me 2 of these pieces, would I just have 1/8?
No, it would be 2/8.
So how do you think on the table I would write 2/8? Well, what if I had 4 of those 8s? How much of the candy bar would I have?
You would have 4/8.
4 8s. How would I write that? I wonder how many 8s would make half of the candy bar.
It would make 8.
How many 8s would make half of the candy bar?
8.
Cut that candy bar in half with your hand. Just show me where would half be.
2, 3,
Those are 8s, right?
4.
If I have halves, remember when we did our half? That was 2 equal parts, right? So if I cut that candy bar in half, how many 8s make a half of a candy bar?
4.
4. Okay. How many 8s do you think would make a fourth of a candy bar?
2.
So halves, the whole is the biggest, right? And then half of a whole is a half, right? Half of a half is a
1/4.
fourth. And then if I cut we call these pieces,
Thirds.
and how many make a whole?
3.
These are called
6.
sixths. And how many make a whole?
6.
And these are called what?
8.
Eighths. And how many eighths make a whole?
8.
What's bigger, 1/4 or 1/8?
I'm gonna have to say 1/8.
Okay, pull out 1/8 and pull out 1/4 and check.
Oh, it's 1/4.
1/4 is bigger. Why did you initially think 1/8? That's a very common mistake.
8 is a bigger number than 4.
Right. So if you just think about whole numbers, 8 is bigger than 4. But is that true with fractions?
No.
So the bigger the denominator, at the bottom, the smaller the piece, because this means that I cut my whole 8 on top. Like, I wonder if that would work. We'll keep our 3/6 here. But what if we put this here? If you put another 1/4, do you think it would be the same?
Probably.
Ooh.
Or if you probably added this.
Put that on top. Would that be the same also?
Yes.
Oh my god. So this means that 3/6 is the same as
1/4.
how many fourths?
4.
How many
2.
fourths? So let's write 3/6 equals, because that equals means it's the same as 2/4. And then do another equals. Because we said it also equals what?
1.
1/2?
Yeah.
Can you do half with 8ths?
I don't know.
If you, how many 8ths? What's half of 8?
Half of 8 would be 4.
Do you think 4/8 would make a half?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Ooh, does that one work too?
Mhm.
Let's add it to the bottom.